Hey everyone, and welcome to another deep dive from the Morss Global Finance Podcast team. I'm John, and with me today is Tiffany. We're ready to unpack some really interesting information about Gold Avenue. With everything going on in the economy these days, a lot of folks are considering putting some money into precious metals, and Gold Avenue is one platform getting a lot of attention. So
Yeah,
we thought, why not take a closer look and see what all the buzz is about?
that's right. And it's not just about jumping on the gold bandwagon. It's about understanding how a company like Gold Avenue fits into the bigger picture, of
Right.
diversifying your investments, especially when things feel a bit shaky.
Okay, so let's start with the basics. What exactly is Gold Avenue, and why should our listener even care?
Well, Gold Avenue is a platform that specializes in buying and selling precious metals. Gold, silver, platinum, and palladium. But what's interesting here is that they are part of the MKS PAMP Group, a company with a long history in the precious metals industry, dating back to 1979. This connection gives them a certain level of credibility and expertise that's important in a field where trust is paramount.
So it's not just some fly-by-night operation then.
Not at all. There are also partners with reputable organizations like the London Bullion Market Association, which sets the standards for the global precious metals market.
That definitely adds a layer of reassurance for anyone considering investing with them. Now, we know they offer a variety of precious metals, but what makes Gold Avenue's offerings stand out from the crowd?
One thing that caught my eye is their diverse product range. They cater to both seasoned investors and those just starting out. You can find everything from small, affordable coins and rounds to large bars for those looking to make more substantial investments.
So whether you have a few $100s to invest or a few thousand, they've got something for everyone.
Exactly. And they don't just stop at offering the metals themselves. They also have tools and features designed to make the investing process easier and more transparent.
Like what? Give us an example.
Well, they have something called the Savings Assistant, which helps users find the best investment options based on their individual budget and goals. It's like having a personalized guide to navigating the world of precious metals.
Okay, that's pretty cool. So
Right.
it's not just about throwing money at gold and hoping for the best. They actually try to help you make smart decisions.
Exactly. They want to empower their users to become informed investors. And speaking of transparency, they also offer margin discounts on various products. They clearly outline their pricing structure, so there are no hidden fees or surprises.
Transparency is key, especially when you're dealing with something as valuable as precious metals. It's important to know exactly what you're getting into.
Absolutely.
Let's delve into some of the specifics of what Gold Avenue offers.
Yeah.
Their gold selection, for instance, is quite extensive. They have gold bars in various sizes, from a single gram all the way up to a kilogram.
A kilogram of gold. That's going to be pretty impressive to see in person.
It certainly is.
And they even have special edition gold bars, like the ones from PMP Swiss Lady Fortuna. They're not just an investment, they're works of art.
So it's like owning a piece of history and beauty,
Yeah.
all rolled into one. What about silver? Do they have a good selection there too?
Oh, absolutely. Their silver offerings are equally impressive. They have silver rounds, coins, and bars of various weights, including those hefty 1 kilogram bars. And even monster boxes filled with 15 kilogram bars. That's serious silver.
Wow. So they're not messing around when it comes to offering a wide range of options. What about the other precious metals, platinum and palladium? Do they have those as well?
And they do. Now, those metals might be a bit more niche compared to gold and silver, but they can be valuable additions to a diversified portfolio.
So they've pretty much got the whole precious metals spectrum covered.
Mm,
Huh. But it's not just about the metals themselves.
right.
What else does Gold Avenue offer that makes them unique?
You're right. One thing that really sets them apart is their commitment to making the entire process user-friendly, especially for those who might be new to investing in precious metals.
So it's not just about catering to the big-time investors. They're actually thinking about the average person who might be a little intimidated by the whole precious metals market.
Absolutely. Take their pricing structure, for example. They offer free storage for up to a certain value of metals.
Hmm.
And if you need to store more, their fees are very reasonable and clearly outlined.
That's good to know. Transparency is key, especially when you're dealing with something as valuable as precious metals. You don't want to get hit with unexpected fees down the road.
Exactly. And when it comes to selling your metals back to them, they don't charge any extra fees either. It's a very straightforward and transparent system.
They make it easy to buy, store, and even sell your metals back to them if you need to. It definitely takes some of the guesswork and stress out of the equation. What about security? I mean, we're talking about precious metals here. People are going to want to know their investments are safe.
That's a great point, and Gold Avenue understands this. They offer secure storage solutions in Swiss vaults, which are renowned for their safety and neutrality.
Swiss vaults. Talk about a secure location. That's like something out of a spy movie.
And to add an extra layer of protection, their storage facilities are also insured, providing peace of mind for investors.
So not only are your metals locked away in a high-security Swiss vault, but they're also insured. That's a pretty solid combination. What about access? Can you easily keep track of your investments?
Absolutely. Gold Avenue provides an online platform where you can monitor your stored metals, track their value, and even initiate a sale if you choose to. It's like having a digital vault at your fingertips.
That's really convenient. It seems like they've thought of everything to make the process as smooth and hassle-free as possible. But let's be real, no company is perfect. Are there any drawbacks or areas where Gold Avenue could improve?
Well, while they do offer bank transfers and credit cards as payment options, they don't have as many options as some other precious metals dealers. So if someone prefers to use a specific payment method, they might need to double check if it's supported.
That's a valid point. Payment flexibility is always important. Anything else that potential investors should be aware of?
Another thing to consider is their selection of metals. While they offer the 4 core precious metals, gold, silver, platinum, and palladium, they don't have as extensive a variety of specific products as some of their competitors.
So if you're looking for a very specific type of coin or bar, you might need to shop around a bit. But for most people just getting started with precious metals investing, their selection is probably more than sufficient.
Right. I agree with that. They seem to focus on providing a solid core offering rather than trying to be everything to everyone.
Okay, so we've talked about the pros and cons, but what about their overall reputation? What are people saying about Gold Avenue?
Well, they have a very strong online presence and a lot of customer reviews. On platforms like Trustpilot and Facebook, they consistently receive high ratings.
People are generally happy with their experience?
It seems that way. Customers often praise their ease of use, secure storage options, and responsive customer support.
But I'm guessing it's not all sunshine and rainbows. Have you come across any negative feedback?
There have been a few mentions of their email communication being a bit frequent, which could be seen as a minor annoyance for some.
Okay, so maybe a little too eager to keep in touch. I can see how that could get a bit overwhelming.
And there have been occasional reports of customer service issues, like delays in response times. But these seem to be isolated incidents rather than a widespread problem.
So,
yeah,
overall, it sounds like they're a pretty solid company with a good reputation.
Yeah.
But of course, we always encourage our listeners to do their own research and due diligence before making any investment decisions.
Absolutely. Never rely solely on what you hear on a podcast, no matter how awesome that podcast might be.
Well, we appreciate the vote of confidence, but you're right. It's important to gather information from various sources and make informed decisions based on your own individual needs and goals. Speaking of which, one thing that really stood out to me about Gold Avenue is their auto savings program. What's your take on that?
It's an interesting feature that caters to those who want to invest in precious metals regularly, but might not have the time or discipline to do it manually, basically. It allows you to set up a recurring purchase plan, where you automatically buy a certain amount of metal at regular intervals.
So it's like putting your precious metals investing on autopilot.
Exactly. It's a convenient way to build your portfolio over time without having to constantly monitor market fluctuations or remember to make purchases. And what's even better is that they offer discounts on certain products if you choose the auto savings option.
That's a nice incentive. It's like rewarding you for being a disciplined investor. But doesn't that kind of take the fun out of it? I mean, part of the excitement of investing is doing your research, timing the market, and making those strategic moves.
That's true. But for some people, the convenience and consistency of the auto savings program outweigh the thrill of active trading. It really comes down to personal preference and investment style.
Fair enough. Now, I know they also offer something called DGLD, which is a digital gold token. What's the deal with that?
DGLD is essentially a digital representation of physical gold, stored securely in Swiss vaults. It allows investors to own gold in a digital format, which can be more convenient and flexible than holding physical bars or coins.
So it's like having the best of both worlds. The security of physical gold with the ease of digital transactions.
Precisely. And it's fully backed by physical gold, so you can be confident that your investment is safe.
Interesting. It seems like Gold Avenue is really trying to stay ahead of the curve by offering both traditional and innovative ways to invest in precious metals. But with so many options available, it can be tough to know where to start. What advice would you give to someone who's considering investing in precious metals for the first time?
Well, first and foremost, do your research. Understand the basics of precious metals investing, the different types of products available, and the risks and potential rewards involved. Don't just jump in because everyone else is doing it.
No FOMO investing when it comes to precious metals.
Exactly. Take your time, learn the ropes, and make informed decisions. And remember, investing in precious metals should be part of a diversified portfolio, not your entire investment strategy.
That's solid advice. Diversification is key, no matter what you're investing in.
Yeah.
Let's say someone's done the research, they're comfortable with the risks,
Yeah.
and they're ready to take the plunge. What makes Gold Avenue a good option?
Well, based on everything we've discussed, I'd say their user-friendly platform, transparent pricing, secure storage options, and strong reputation make them a very attractive choice, especially for beginners. They seem to have made a conscious effort to simplify the process and make it accessible to everyone.
Okay, so they're not just catering to the seasoned investors.
Not at all. They've created an environment where anyone can feel comfortable exploring the world of precious metals investing, regardless of their experience level.
That's great to hear. So as we wrap up our deep dive into Gold Avenue, what are your final thoughts?
I think they're a company worth considering for anyone looking to diversify their portfolio with precious metals. They offer a well-rounded experience, combining traditional methods with innovative features to cater to a wide range of investors.
Sounds like a pretty compelling case.
Yeah.
But ultimately, the decision of whether or not to invest with Gold Avenue is up to the individual. We've given you the information. Now it's time to do your own due diligence and see if they're the right fit for you. So to wrap things up, let's bring it back to you, our listener. Why should you care about all this?
Well, in times of economic uncertainty, and let's be honest, those times seem to be coming more frequently these days. Precious metals have historically been seen as a safe haven asset. They tend to hold their value, or even increase in value, when other investments are taking a hit.
It's like having a little bit of insurance for your portfolio.
Exactly. It's about diversifying your investments and not putting all your eggs in one basket. And with a company like Gold Avenue, you can easily and securely add precious metals to your investment mix.
Now, we've covered a lot of ground today. From Gold Avenue's history and credibility to their product offerings, fees, storage options, and even their innovative features like the auto savings program and DGLD. But we always like to leave our listeners with something to ponder. So, what's the one key takeaway you'd like our listener to remember from this deep dive?
I think the most important thing is to remember that investing in precious metals is not a get-rich-quick scheme. It's a long-term strategy that requires patience, research, and a clear understanding of your own financial goals.
No chasing after fool's gold.
Exactly. And when it comes to choosing a platform to invest with, Gold Avenue seems to be a solid contender, especially for those new to the precious metals market. They've made a conscious effort to simplify the process and make it accessible to everyone.
And remember, folks, don't just take our word for it. Do your own research. Compare different platforms.
Okay.
And see if Gold Avenue aligns with your investment needs and preferences.
Absolutely. There's no one-size-fits-all solution when it comes to investing. The key is to find what works best for you and your individual circumstances.
Well said. And on that note, we'll wrap up our deep dive into the world of Gold Avenue. We hope you found this information helpful and insightful.
It's been a pleasure sharing our insights with you.
Thanks for joining us, everyone. And remember, knowledge is power. The more you understand about the world of investing, the better equipped you'll be to make informed decisions and achieve your financial goals. Until next time,
Yeah.
happy investing.